what content actually sells on Reddit and why everyone getting wrong. Even we in the beginning did the same mistake. We were optimizing for getting viral, but in reality you don't need to get sales or conversions from Reddit. For example, you see we did more than 400,000 of views. On paper it's really good numbers, a lot of views, a lot of upvotes, a lot of comments and like etc etc. But in reality what you actually need, you don't need very different type of content and of course type of communities. Because the way people think that they need to get viral. But in reality, let's see some examples. Let's say we have a financial solution, maybe we do some financial modeling, maybe we do something related to Excel, but the way, for example, people will do it, like they will find communities. Let's say, for example, they type their main keywords like finance, they see these big communities, but they are not very relevant to you. Even they are big, even they have the same keyword, but it doesn't mean that they have the same ICP, ideal customer profile. Because those type of people, if you check actually top posts, you'll see that those type of content that is actually not very convertible and actually not very relevant to you. So the way I do it, I actually, when I filter even by, for example, this keyword, I am trying to find the most really relevant community. So for example, let's say I have financial modeling, or I do something related to Excel, and here is the community, financial modeling. It has only 36,000 of members. You can say that it's really small. I agree with you, but this type of people, they are very intentional for you. They are very relevant for you. So for example, the next step, when you found those communities, you need to filter by top and this year. The next step, when you filter posts, you need to skim and you need to check very relevant posts for you. For example, I found this type of post that I really liked and I know it drives a lot of sales to this person. You see the title. I built something using XYZ, and basically the way you need to do a storytelling, you need to give the value first, you need to share the story, you need to give some details, and you need to give the solution. And you need also to filter who basically can benefit from this one. And then of course in the end you need to do as a CTA some recommendations, some maybe tips, and you can ask me how, for example, this person got sales from this one, because you don't see any links. You see, like there is in this community there are some rules. For example, no spam, no self-promotion. But actually how you can avoid it, you can just go to comments and you can see what people are actually asking. They're asking for this solution, for link, for basically anything that this person mentioned. So the way you do it, you basically, we need to go to check this profile. For example, this person has custom social links. You can mention these social links to your agency, to your tool, to your booking call, and also this person didn't do it, but you can do also. You can go to post, you can pin up to 4 or maybe 5 posts, and basically those posts will be, for example, from this community, and also some of them from different. But those communities, if they allow a link, you can mention the link, and people will basically check social links, and they will also check your history. And when they see those posts, they will also go to your website. The next step, how, for example, this person got sales, in the comments. When basically people ask about the solution, you can send direct message to this person, and you can also send under this comment, say something like this: yeah man, I solved this problem, if you need solution, just send me direct message. Because you see there are more than 16 people who had the same problem and who basically asking for the same solution. And there will be people who basically will maybe not ask, but they will send some upvotes, maybe some comments, and because you mention in the comments that they can reach out to, they will. And this is how you need to basically drive sales to you. You need to respond with comments, you need to be helpful, and then basically people will ask for your solution, for your product. Okay, the next basically idea. For example, let's say we run cold email agency, maybe like B2B agency, and the way, for example, people would do it, they would type something very like general, for example, like agency, email, but those type of communities that they are not very relevant to you, because the way you need to find communities, you need to find them very very relevant and very high intent for your product. So for example, if I run cold email agency, this type of communities like this one, they will be really relevant to you. And for example, let's say we found this community cold email, the way we do it, it's the same. We need to filter by top this year, then we need to check and the scheme top posts. After we found some of the basically top posts, here is for example the posts that really relevant and high intent. For example, like this one. You see, this person is asking for a solution. The way you actually need to do, you can ask the same question about problems that you have, that people maybe have the same problem that you are solving. And in the comment, you see there are some tools that people are mentioning. And the way, for example, we do it, we can create the same post that will drive some engagement from people that you actually need. Then basically we go using different accounts and we leave comments mentioning your product name, your agency, your website, then give engagement. And those comments, they are in the top because they have more engagement. And this is the way you need to do it. You can ask, for example, let's say you run a cold email agency, you can say something like best setup for cold email, best tech stack. Then you need to mention your problem, what type of solution are you looking for, and also in the end, of course, as a CTA, some recommendation. Then you go basically to other accounts and you leave comments answering this problem. Then basically between the lines, you mention your product name, your website, your agency. And this is basically how you can actually get some sales from this type of content. If you need the same help to actually write content that drive you sales, check the link below. Bye.